Hey everyone, it's Robert McCannell, and welcome to this week's edition of Secret Academy Live. We've got a hot topic for you today. It's compliance. I know so many of you agents, it's kind of a mystery to you, but we are in a highly regulated industry. So we want to be compliant. We don't want to get into trouble. And we have someone here at Secret Headquarters who can provide guidance for us, who can support us, and her name is Andrea Wyland. And so she's made some time to give us the latest, greatest details on what's happening in compliance these days. I'd like to welcome her now. Welcome, Andrea.
Hey, Robert. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Well, I'm glad that you could make it today because, compliance is a hot topic. It's a hot button. I think so many of our agents want to do the right thing. They don't even know when they're doing the wrong thing. But that's why I want to have a few minutes of your time today, to give us some information about what you and the compliance team actually does to help our field and protect our business.
Well, great. So one of the things that I'd like to talk about today is what we do as to advertising, promotions, marketing of the products, the opportunity, and what we can and can't say in that regard. The compliance team works very hard to help ensure that what we say and what we do is accurate, is truthful, and non-misleading. In order to do that, we do have a partner that we partner with a third-party vendor who provides us with information that they find on the internet, in social media platforms. For instance, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, all those accounts where you may be posting something about secret. And they help us ensure that what we're doing is accurate. Now, many times what they provide us are just some areas that perhaps require tweaking. An agent may be misused one word or two, and we provide them with coaching and feedback on how they can make the post a little bit better. But then we've got the other side of that, where the claims are more egregious and more concerning. And in those cases, we actually have to have the post completely taken down. And you know what? Our agents are really great. I'd say 99% of the time, they welcome the opportunity to learn more about what they can and can't do. But then we, of course, have the 1% that they don't want to be told. But inevitably, everybody complies. And, as you know, my greatest goal is to partner with our agents, partner in their success by helping them do things the right way, and promoting secret the best that we can, right? We want to be around for a really long time.
You're absolutely right. And we're very thankful that we have your services to protect the interests of not only our agents, but the company in general. So let's talk a little bit about how serious we need to take these claims. And I know you did bring some examples today, skincare examples that you wanted to explain to us. So give us some information on that.
Okay, so going to be completely straight up with everybody. We need to take what we do on the internet, in our social media platforms, very seriously. No joke. Straight up, we have to be compliant. The industry right now is being highly scrutinized. I'm sure you've seen some things out there that that have been put out by the FTC, many warning letters being sent, some by even the FDA. This current environment that we're in has really brought them out for consumers, right? They want to make sure that they're getting the right information, that they're not being misled about what something's going to do. And so that's what compliance is about in a very big respect, is ensuring that how we're promoting the business is and our products is accurate.
Right.
So as I mentioned, we do, partner with a third-party vendor who has been great in providing us some of these key items to address. So if you're ready, we can go ahead and start going through some of those.
Sure. Let me bring up the first image.
Great.
And this is, I believe, we're going to talk first about skincare.
Yes, today is about skincare. So yeah, we're going to focus on that a bit. So thank you. So this one right here is one of the ones that we would consider egregious. It would not require just a little bit of tweaking. This one would actually require a complete overhaul. We're making claims on this particular post that are completely inappropriate. So we're starting with, acne. We only have 2 products that address acne. And just FYI, in Canada, we can't even talk about acne. It's just simply blemishes and pimples. But then we go to stretch marks and eczema and bug bites and poison ivy and psoriasis. Those are claims that we can't make for our products. So let's look at it this way. Skincare helps to beautify the skin. Okay, those are the claims that we can make. We can talk about the appearance of the skin, the appearance of lines and wrinkles, the look of discoloration, or uneven skin tones, even better. Puffiness, dark circles. Those are the things that we want to talk about when we're talking about the secret luxurious line of products. They are luxurious, right? You feel amazing using these products. What we don't want to talk about are diseases. There is not one product that Secret has that is going to address, treat, cure, prevent a disease. And none of them contain an OTC ingredient, an active ingredient to address some of the concerns that are actually listed on this first post. Wow. So we need to make sure that we're not making those claims, even through a testimonial, okay? We can't make claims for any disease or medical condition when selling skincare products to our consumers.
Wow.
We can't promote it that way. We can't talk about it. And I know, listen, everybody has great results. Everybody has wonderful ideas about what the products can do for us. And maybe they really do help in some of these areas, but we can't talk about it because the products are not formulated or contain the ingredients required in order to do so. We sell cosmetics, not drugs.
Interesting. All right. Well, that sets it out very clearly. Let's take a look at another one of your examples. Okay. And I'm going to bring up another one here.
Okay.
Let's see. The second example that you provided for us. Tell us what's happening here and why this is bad.
Well, these are before and after pictures. So first, let me just say really quickly, if you want to use a before and after picture, please see the before and after guidelines that are housed in the back office for your use. They are under compliance forms, and you will find what you need to do in order to use a before and after in any type of marketing for Secret. Okay, so now these before and afters, specifically the one on the arms, is showing a skin condition that is outside of what Secret is going to treat. We can talk about dry, flaky skin, but we can't talk about treating, I don't even know what this is, if it's psoriasis or eczema or what that is. But that's not going to be a condition that we are going to be able to treat. The stomach area, I don't even know what this is or what it's trying to show. It looks like it's 2 different areas of the stomach. That being said, again, had it been submitted, it probably likely would not have been approved, because we need to know, what's being used, what's the claim that you want to make, how long was it used, what is it that you're treating, because again, don't know what that is here. And then the nose, again, right? We've got 3 different pictures here, different angles of the nose, one up close, one far away, So, and again, what are we looking at? Are we looking at, I don't even know. So again, when we're using before and after pictures, we need to be sure that number one, we're giving the accurate time frames that the product is being used. We're mentioning any other product that may be being used during this, right? Are they using a cleanser along with that body butter or whatever they were using? So we just need to be sure that we're giving, again, accurate information when we're putting this information out here. Now, this, again, would be considered egregious because we're showing something that we can't claim for our products, okay? If you recall from a past training, we can't show what we can't say. I don't know if you remember that, yes. But please keep that in mind. If we can't talk about it, we can't show it. And pictures speak louder than words. So we need to make really sure that what we're showing in pictures is actually approved for the product. If you're unsure, please see the product profile sheets in the back office. The marketing team works really hard on providing you with what you can say about our products. So
Good
again,
advice.
these would be, issues, and we would be contacting you. Please take it down.
Okay, that's number 2. We have another example
Okay.
that we'd like to share with you. And this one looks to me like it's almost like an advertisement of all our products.
Yes. And so there's a couple problems with this one, right? This one actually looks like it may have been created by corporate. They're using our secret logo. They're calling it remedies and regimes. And they're using pictures of our products, right? So we're not saying you can't use, show a product, but when you're creating something, and listen, that would definitely cause confusion in the marketplace. Who wouldn't think that that's actually secret putting that out?
Yes.
So that is number one. That is actually really probably the most important thing about this one, is that it's causing confusion in the marketplace. It appears to be something that secret would have put out. And we need to make sure that's not being done. So logos are not permitted. So please keep that in mind when you're creating, your promotions, to ensure that you're not causing confusion, that you're advising them that it's coming from an independent agent with secret. Now, some of the other issues with this, of course, is regimes and remedies for these different conditions. And we're talking about here, you can see one here for scalp psoriasis, brown spots, severe acne, which, mind you, is not even covered by the monograph because it's a medical condition that needs to be addressed in a dermatologist's office or by a doctor. Eczema, athlete's foot, stretch marks, rosacea, microcystic acne. So if we're talking about cystic acne, again, we're not just talking about acne, which is covered by the FDA monograph. We're talking about a medical condition for which none of the secret products are a treatment or cure or prevention of. So we simply cannot make these claims. Now, some of them aren't horrendous, but again, you're putting it in a format that looks to be coming from secret that may not all be okay, right? You're not using the appropriate qualifiers. Every cosmetic claim needs to be qualified, right? We're talking about the appearance of the skin, the look, the visible signs of. Those are the types of things that we want to talk about when we're talking about the concerns that as we age, we're worried about. So those are the things that we want to talk about.
Okay.
And this would need to be taken down completely. And I picked the ones that we see most often that are concerning for us in the social media space.
All right, we have one more example to share with you. And let's have a look at what's happening here. Someone is promoting our mud soap. So what's...
Yay. Let's all promote, right? But let's make sure we're saying the right thing. So this is a mud soap. It contains minerals from the Dead Sea. It's the miracle product, right? Everybody loves this product. I'm one of them. But we can't make claims for it that aren't true. Okay. So the mud soap is a cleansing product. It's going to leave you feeling squeaky clean, and prepare your skin for the other products that you're going to use throughout the line. It is not going to increase blood flow. I don't even know how a soap would do that. But that's definitely not something that the soap can do. Reduces inflammation. Again, it's not a skin protectant product. It's not, part of a monograph that would actually address inflammation. And we're talking about blemishes. Now, while keeping your skin clean might help reduce blemishes, it is not a treatment for blemishes and pimples and blackheads and that kind of thing. So these claims that are highlighted for you are inappropriate for the soap. And so for this particular post, we would ask them to remove particularly those claims and provide them with other things that they could probably say. But again, this is a miracle product. I've seen all kinds of claims for this one that, unfortunately, we just can't make. It's a soap that cleanses the skin.
Now, one of the things that I would like to share with the field is that I have come to you many times, as has the marketing team, the creative team, and we always find a way of romancing our product and putting it in the best light without breaking the rules. You come up with lots of little tips and suggestions that describe our products in a way that are compliant. And I guess probably the easiest way to look them up is the description we have on our website or in our catalog, because they are described accurately there, correct?
That's correct.
Right. So start with your descriptions from what corporate has provided to you by way of collateral, and use that language before inventing your own, just to make sure that it's compliant. But another thing I just want to quickly mention,
Yeah, just real
there
quick.
are,
Sorry.
sorry,
On that in that regard, be sure that you're going to Secret's website, right? Website, back office. Don't go looking on YouTube. Don't go, and then again, just like that example we used earlier, which causes confusion in the marketplace, you're going to assume it comes from Secret, but it doesn't. So I urge you to go to the social media pages specifically from corporate, go to the back office, go to the website, go to the secret book, go to those areas that are actually from Secret Corporate, so that you're ensured to use the right information.
that's
Sorry
great.
if I've interrupted, but I just wanted to make that. Yep.
And you brought up another point. We do have a social media expert on our consumer-facing page that talks about the products in a wonderful way, and you may want to share some of those posts. I also do videos every month for our customer offer and our influencer offer, which are shareable, and all of the material in there is also approved, because you need to approve the script before I record it, so I know it's approved. But just I wanted to touch on briefly, there are claims being made against false claims about our nutrition products as well. We're not going to get into that today. That'll be a topic for another day.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have time to cover all of that. But I also wanted to ask you if you could explain to our agents, what are these agencies? Like, what are their names? And you mentioned that we have a third-party vendor that is actually tracking posts that people are doing. And how are they doing that?
Well, they have their own systems and that
Okay.
kind of thing they go out there and do that with. But the thing to keep in mind is, if they can find it, if we can find it in our searches, so can the regulatory agencies, right? So that's something to keep in mind. We definitely want to make sure that if we can find it, they can find it. Let's make sure what we're saying is accurate. So some of those organizations, the ones that we actually really need to worry about that scour the internet just like us, the FTC. They've shown that with all their warning letters that they've been sending out, that they're keeping a close eye on what's going on, and what's being promoted and how it's being promoted by the industry. TINA.org, which is a consumer-facing protection agency, they're out there looking. The Direct Sales Regulatory Council. They're fairly new. They've been around now, I think, for a little bit over a year. They've done a lot of work in the internet space and social media platform space. They've actually sent 3 companies to the FTC for not complying. So, those are the ones that I think that attorneys general, they're also getting on the bandwagon, right? Everybody wants to make sure consumers are provided accurate, truthful information, whether it's about the opportunity itself and the money that can be made, which, let me just remind everybody, is we're talking about supplemental income, right? And what we're saying around the products. Now, I will say, you mentioned nutrition briefly, and I just want to remind everybody, just like skincare, we can't talk about diseases, okay? They're not a cure, they're not a prevention, they're not to mitigate, not to address the symptoms of. They are to support overall well-being, support good health, support the immune system. Let me just say, there's, I know I'm rehashing, but no enhancing, no improving, no strengthening, no boosting when we're talking about the immune system, right? The only thing we can say is support the immune system.
Wow.
And so that I just want to bring that up again, because just like skincare, we have issues with nutrition when it comes to posts and social media. Please, please, please don't talk about cancer. Yes, we have some that do that. So, if we can keep those things in mind, listen, we're all consumers, right? Robert, you purchase stuff off the internet. I know I do. We don't want to be misled when we're buying something, right? So that's something to keep in mind. Think about it as you looking at this post, looking at this promotion, and what do you want to be told? So if we keep that in mind, I think we're going to be okay.
Now, in closing, this has been a wonderful informational session on compliance for our field and for the entire company. But is there anything in closing that you want to share with our field about, what's happening right now in the industry, or anything special to close with?
So I would say to everybody, with the current environment, as we all know, we're in a pandemic with lots going on, and many states suffering, people out of work, and that kind of thing, that when we're approaching these individuals, that you keep in mind, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not something where they're going to replace their career level income. We're talking about supplementation of their income, perhaps getting that, extra meal from ordering out, or, there's not really a lot of kids activities going on right now, but, perhaps doing something for the family. We need to be very clear on what it is that we're providing to these individuals. Now, of course, there's outliers. Those are the, individuals that maybe do something more. But they're few and far between. So we want to make sure that when we're providing information, that we're being truthful on how we're doing it. These are the things that during this, unprecedented time that we're all going through, that is really being highlighted, really being watched, really being scrutinized, and they're being called out for it. So if we can remember that our products support health, our products support immunity, our products and our opportunity offers somebody the ability to supplement their income. So if we keep those things in mind, I think we'll be in good shape. But yeah, that's what we need to do right now.
Well, that's very good advice. And I think there was a lot to be learned from today's training. Thank you for joining me, Andrea. It was great to have you with us today, and I hope you come back soon. And thank you to everybody who joined us today for this really informational training and discussion on the do's and don'ts of compliance. So that's our show for today. Bye, everybody.
Thanks. See you guys.